Hello, children. My name is Pooja, and it's time for another story. Today, I have a story about Mincy, and it's a very adventurous story. So, let's get started. Mincy was bold and beautiful. Unlike her friends, Mincy was very fond of adventure, and she didn't like to stay in one place. Every night, she would just walk out, gaze at the stars, and look at the far away jungle, and the music from the land would make her feel certain that she's meant to be there. The fragrance from the land touched her soul, and she called it a land of fragrance. One morning, Mincy walked up to her mom and said, "Mom, I need to go to the land of fragrance." Her mom said, "We are not meant to travel that far, Mincy." Mincy was determined. Mincy said, "The only difficult journey is the journey that we have not started." Her mom was convinced that she cannot stop Mincy. Mincy was made for bigger things in life. Mincy packed her bag and she was ready to start her journey next night. Yes, in the night, because she didn't want anybody to see her during the day. Just before she started her journey, she met all her friends, she met her mom, she hugged them and wished them goodbye because she didn't know if she will see them again or not. Happy and excited, she took her bag and took a first big jump, a leap. She held the branches and slided through the slopes, and thump! She fell on a smooth, soft surface. She had never experienced something like that before. She laid there, gazed at the stars, and wondered if this is what freedom meant to be. She felt like she had wings and she could just fly anywhere. She kept her eyes on the stars and she kept her hope in the heart that she will be able to make it to the land of fragrance. She took a few more steps and she rolled and fell between the cracks. "Oops," she said, "I didn't see that." And she dusted herself and started to march again. One, two, one, two. Suddenly, from nowhere, a flash of light fell on Mincy and she hid herself between the folds. Mincy's heart was beating high. She wondered if she's going to be caught. She stayed there and hoped she escaped, and suddenly the light disappeared. She was relieved and started to look forward to be in the land of fragrance. It was not less than climbing a Mount Everest for her. It was a very long journey, a journey what nobody had taken before. But she kept her hopes high and her steps long, and she started to march again. One, two, one, two. She was now tired. She decided to take rest for some time. She sat where she was, opened the bag that her mom had given her, picked her white favorite flakes, and started to chew. And she remembered what her mom's always said her. Her mom said, "Come on, Mincy, you can do it. Come on, Mincy, you can do it." She put a smile on her face, got up, and started to march again. One, two, one, two, one, two. The last leg of the journey was the most steepest and the hardest one. But our Mincy was very determined too. She started to walk again, harder and faster with longer steps. She finally saw the jungle that she once saw back from her home. She was very excited and she started to take a longer and bigger steps. She could not believe it. She could not believe that her dream was coming true and she's going to be in the land of fragrance. She took a few more steps. She went deeper in there. And what did she see? The deep jungle that she thought was jungle was not a jungle at all. The beautiful music that she heard was a snore. And she stood on top of a barren land. Yes, on top of a barren land. Where do you think Mincy landed? Who do you think Mincy was? Let me tell you. Mincy was a lice. Yes, a lice, who traveled from Miss Beautiful Hair to Mr. Bald Hair on a deep dark night between the pillows. Yeah, I know the first thing that you would say, yuck. But think, Mincy was a living thing as well. She could have dreams. She could have friends. She could have family. And that is what Mincy did. Mincy traveled. She followed her dream. What do you think would happen to Mincy? Where do you think she fell? What do you think the cracks were? What do you think was her favorite food? What do you think Mincy will do next? Is Mincy going to be unhappy? Is Mincy going to be caught? Or do you think Mincy is very strong and she will find a way? She will find the home for her. Do share with me what your thoughts are and wait to watch my next video to know what the fragrance was. Where did she get the fragrance from? What will be her next home and how will she survive there? But before that, remember, it doesn't matter if you are small or big. A dream is a dream. If you do not dream, your dreams will not come true. Share with me what your dream is, one dream that you have always been thinking about. I would love to hear your feedback and wait to watch the episode number 2. Thank you so much. Bye bye.